Hello, good evening, and welcome to Garblag International. We are once again international because we are joined by a new player, Louis, who is on Belgique, which is in Belgium, for those of you who aren't horribly cultured like me. Although he only counts for half because he's really English and is an expat. So today we're starting session 0 of a new game of Mutant Year Zero by Free League, the Free League. Winners of 1 billion Ennies this year for their work on Alien and lots of other cool stuff, most of which I'm working my way through buying because I love the way their system works. So we're starting This Grey Unpleasant Land, and it's going to be a Mutant Year Zero game set in not sunny London, of the future, post-apocalyptic. So what we're going to be focusing on today is sort of getting a rough idea of what people want to play, building the characters, thinking a little bit about the arc as it's set up, and finding a bit more about some of the key players and what's going on. So without any further ado, let's kick off and get started. My players today are Aldoon. Wow, that was nice and vocal. Thanks.
Hi.
There you go. Nye.
Hey.
And Lewis.
Hello.
Right. So
we've rehearsed everything. We're so
I know.
We haven't
sorry.
rehearsed.
Guys,
We rehearsed nothing.
No, we did a whole. We have a whole routine ready for you.
Hang
Just give us,
There it
a
is.
curtain. Yep,
Yep.
there we go.
There's dancing,
Now,
umbrellas.
And
gonna
you know
need
it's
more
good
gin.
because we've driven Ben to drink, so you know it's good. All right.
Now,
It only took us 4 months.
yeah, well, like you could drive me to drink. Now, because it's session 0, obviously, first thing to go through is everybody's sort of lines and veils, where we stand on what is and isn't accessible. Hype train incoming. Now, my plan for the game here is to go for a kind of, what am I thinking? Age limit. So I'm thinking a sort of 12 age limit, a little bit Saturday morning cartoony. So rather than like extravagant levels of gore and Paul Verhoeven exploding mutants with acid type stuff, I'm seeing more of a Saturday morning cartoon that your parents would go, "Is this okay?" And you go, yeah.
See, look, they
There's
told
no
us not to
swearing.
do drugs.
So are we talking Ren and Stimpy or Spider-Man's Amazing Friends?
It's somewhere between the two, I think.
Okay.
I'm thinking like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yes, that's a good shout.
I'm down
That is a
for
good
that.
shout. So we're looking at sort of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles level.
Just
So
check,
there won't
ninja rather than hero.
be ninja rather than
we're-
hero.
Okay.
So
You
that
know,
much
like-
violence.
Just checking.
The reason is because, guys, we are the youngest, most relatable of Garblag. So naturally, we're doing the Saturday morning cartoon.
I'm sorry, can you just say that again? I really
He
want to be
called
called
you
the
young,
youngest.
Aldoon. I know it's been a while since anyone has.
I'm just soaking that up. That's
We've just been
Yeah.
accused of being a PG post-Brexit simulator. So, we'll go with that. Let's ride that on our hype train all the
fine.
way.
Whoop, whoop.
It's not the worst thing you could be called.
No, maybe a little bit more than PG at points, but yeah, PG I think is kind of
we'll
a
say,
safe
like,
general point.
So
We
12A, maybe.
Yeah, we might pop up to a 12 or possibly even a 15, but I want this to be a bit more of a family-friendly show, I think, because we've got our dark and gritty at the minute with Alien. We've got our sort of mid-range show with Pathfinder. So let's have a family-friendly show.
I thought Pathfinder was family friendly. Oh boy. Oof.
Not quite sure it's
Pull it
family
back.
friendly. It's more sort of your Game
What?
of Thrones.
No, come
to get more
on.
sex in there, actually.
Are you telling me those fairy people were not PG-13?
Not by the time they finish with your character, no.
I didn't meet them yet. Anyway, moving on.
We've got a whole overnight scene that none of us get to actually have a say in.
No, come on.
Right. Mutant Year Zero then
Sorry.
is set
That's fine.
after the apocalypse. The apocalypse is left kind of unstated as to the exact nature of it. Your characters are all young adults, sort of late teens-ish,
Me.
and you are mutant survivors of this post-apocalyptic wasteland.
Oh God!
You
It's
live
so
in a place
terrible.
called the Ark, and you were raised when you were little children by a person known now as the Ancient. Now, the Ancient, at the start of a Mutant Year Zero game, is very old and quite unwell, and usually hasn't been seen in a few days. We have got an arc pre-created that we worked through some of the details with on our Discord, which is a great place to get in and get stuck in. I don't know how to use bits. Sorry, I was just about to use some bits to boost our hype train because we're at 94%.
I guess I should say, just while we're sorting this out, I was completely unaware of all of this. I had said I would join because Ben needs someone to fill the place, and then I forgot I'd joined. And last night's game was when I realised I was in today's game. So I'm going to kind of just listen to what these guys have to say. And
It's
just
fine.
kind of
You're
put it in.
picking
Oh,
all
no,
up super
I know.
quick. It'll be great. Everybody
I'm like a
knows.
dolphin.
No, we're not doing the dolphin
No.
mutants. You're not being a dolphin
Gosh darn,
unless you randomly roll dolphin stuff.
I was going to be a badger.
I was actually going to be a pangolin, but I mean,
Oh,
Well,
that would
you
be
know,
so cool.
that might win me round because pangolins are kind of my favorite animal.
they're my favorite animal as well. Well,
I love the way that
mammal.
adult pangolins have that kind of, I'm sorry, my liege, I bring you bad tidings look.
With the
Yeah, they
claws,
hunched
yes.
over.
Yeah. I love that.
I think that's that's the 5-minute mark, and we're already completely in the weeds. But this is good. This is what you pay us
It's a good
for.
shout. Now,
I'd like to thank Jim
Hey,
Henson
Groot.
for the workshop reference there.
What, we're going to be Skeksis?
We miss you, Jim, wherever you are.
so here we are. We're mutants. It's after the apocalypse. The world is a horrible stain. Everything's awful. Everything's flooded. It's dark. It's grey. It's miserable. No one's happy.
Oh, flooded.
To Scotland. Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah, you'll be right at home.
That's
Yeah,
just
I'm right home
normal.
here. Yeah. Rained for 4 days up here.
Oh, well, that's slightly better. Then.
Yeah.
So we've got what is called the zone. The zone is everywhere outside of the Ark. The Ark is like the stronghold that you've grown up in, that has been made into your own place. And the stronghold, the Ark that you guys are based in, is called the Castle, and is a fort made out of old shipping containers, which is arranged into a sort of classic castle shape. So you've got an outer wall of shipping containers, and then like an inner keep made of shipping containers stacked on top of each other, with a couple of other small shipping container buildings dotted around therein. As such, it's really quite secure. It's a very, very secure base. The downside to that is that it does mean that everything else is quite low rated. So your food supply is desperate. There isn't much. The canned food supply that you've been living off of is running out. The culture of the Ark since the Ancient went to sleep is preserved by a few chroniclers and not much else. The technology is restricted pretty much only to the crazed gearheads. So the crazed gearheads who know their stuff and technology. But in terms of defensibility, you're way ahead of any other structures out there that your stalkers have been out and found. In Mutant Year Zero, there are a number of careers, right? Which are like roles that you take on. It's like your character class type thing.
Yeah.
So we've got, for your edification and delight, enforcers who are, funny enough, big tough people.
Yeah.
Gearheads who are the techies that like to build things and take things apart and fix things. Stalkers, which are like post-apocalyptic rangers. They go out into the zone and they find stuff and bring it back. Fixers, that's fixer as in you're sort of, I can fix that for you, Kev, but not material, but stuff. They get you things. They're the sort of face, the social character. Dog handlers, see if you can work out what they do. Chroniclers, who are responsible for the history of the Ark. Then there are also 2 other character classes that I've dropped from the session: bosses and slaves. Now, I've dropped bosses because I want to use sort of more NPC bosses, because I find the rules governing bosses are probably a little bit complex for first-time play. It would detract from the sort of general get out and do stuff vibe.
They kind of come off like horde kind of characters from like a video game kind of setting, where it's like, okay, throw your guys at them, and it's like, okay, how do I do that? Well, you've got to keep track of all their stats and their abilities. And you're like, oh.
No, let's not do that.
And the remaining one is slaves, who I've dropped because I think it's one of those things that can be a little bit problematic. It has to be handled very, very sensitively. And I think if we were to go with it, we're probably going to not take it as seriously as we should/could on a PG show. So I'm ditching slaves altogether. There are no slaves. If there are slaves, you will be rescuing them, because you
of course
the closest thing we've got to good guys.
Don't make us we're not your role models, okay? We're not even like the cooler kids that you want to sit at the back of the bus with. We're like the teachers that drink. That's the kind of influence we should.
Seriously, I feel called out right now.
No, sorry, Ben, I forgot
Beautiful
that you drink.
I have water.
I have carbonated beverage that's killing me.
Rum Coke.
Now, from what I understand, Altoon, you wanted to play a stalker, and you got in there nice and quick.
Which is absolutely
which is not a problem. Lewis and Nye, what do you guys fancy?
I am torn between a dog tamer and a chronicler. You didn't say this, but I think it's worth noting. Chroniclers in this are clerics, I guess. They have buffs and debuffs, and
it's kind of cleric-y bard hybrid sort of
whereas dog handlers are. Sorry, I apologize for translating it in D&D. I know everyone's not like a D&D head. It's just in my brain that's the easiest way to communicate it. And dog handlers are kind of rangers, like a bit nippy, but the dog is the focus of their character. I'm happy
they're like
with
the ranger druid and then stalkers are the ranger rogue.
I'm happy with whatever. Lewis, what are you feeling? Because I don't want
to. I made a few concepts.
No, go nuts. I'm happy to hear them.
2 of those were on there, but I still have a gearhead left, so I'll go with that.
No, if you want to go with a chronicler.
Concept number 1 is gearhead. There you go.
No, it's fine. Well, it was. Do we know what
the polite off begins? No, after you. No, after you.
No, really.
I know.
I'll pay for the tea. No, I'll pay for the tea.
Yeah, the next Scottish word.
I'm terribly sorry. I appear to have poured tea down you. Oh, I do apologize.
Do we know?
Hot tea.
Yes. Do we know what Claire is playing?
We don't. So you can't use that as an excuse to get out of it.
But Claire's not here. Why do I have to do my homework, teacher?
Roll some sort of dice.
Yeah, you could roll a dice.
No. I'll probably go. Let me explain what I'm about. What I have decided what I'm going to pick, but I want to explain myself.
Yes, please
a
justify yourself.
Chronicler would be a good idea, since I think most of us are going to need someone to heal. Therefore, I'm going with the dog tamer.
Excellent. Good. I'm pleased
to hell with us.
Because it sounds more interesting to make a group that doesn't have a way of looking after themselves.
For any of you who enjoyed the mage game, you may recognize this setup.
For any of you who enjoyed the Star Wars game and going, why is he playing a medical droid? This is that time.
So there we go. So we're starting off with a stalker, a dog handler, and a gearhead, which is a perfect little setup for heading out into the zone to find out what's going on. So let me pull up. If you good job. Character sheets are available on the Roll20 app, which I've got up and available. So if you're logged on there, I know Nye, you can't get onto there because your computer melts if you try to run 2 things at once. But that's not a problem. I am happy to mess around with your character sheet for you.
Absolutely fine. I'm sure you'll give me all the good skills.
Well, you'll be picking all the stuff. I'm just going to write it down and I'm going to use it as a frame of reference while we go through all of the steps. Okay, so we've got our roles sorted. Age-wise, everybody's young adultish.
Yes, I read that. That's kind of the horror of this universe, isn't it? It's like
Very
we're all
horrible.
well,
Yes.
we don't remember how we were born, and no
Yeah,
babies
you don't
are
remember
being
your
born.
infancy. And no
And
babies are
I
being born.
don't
Yeah.
remember my
And-
infancy anyway.
None of us are living very long in this environment.
There it is.
So
Oh,
yeah,
so we're
that's
middle-aged.
kind of the-
Okay, fair enough.
Well, yeah, it's like the Middle Ages, where it's like, I mean, you're
Not the middle age I meant, but
you're 9. I mean, like this is your middle age. Like,
Oh,
you're
it's not
gonna live-
9. No. It's 19 is much more
Oh
realistic.
God, we're old.
Yeah, you don't want to run into any 9-year-olds. They're savage.
prime of their
Why
life. Really.
I like the concept of it's just like I have to pretend like like this is all old for me, but it's actually quite. Never mind. Yeah, no,
Right,
yeah.
so one of the other things that
Oh,
I
I
did
was
ask
19.
the
Oh.
players to do was
Yes.
to pick a station, a London Underground station,
Yeah, and I can't say
to
mine
name their characters after.
because it's an English word. Roding. Did I get it
Roding Valley
Roding.
was
I
I think
your
I find it's
Rodding.
Rodding.
chosen.
I think it's Rodding.
Yeah, it was
isn't it?
Rodding Valley. That's the
Yeah.
one.
I just randomly like I think I picked like the shortest line because I thought it'd be funny, and then Rodding Station. No, Roding. Oh,
And Alden's gone for an
Rodding.
early win by choosing Mornington Crescent.
Yeah.
It was never going to be anything else.
Anybody who's a fan of the game of Mornington Crescent, there is occasionally the faintest snifter of that hinted out on the Discord channel, and I foresee situations where the odd hint of Mornington Crescent may pop up in game for perfectly relevant game reasons.
Of course.
Drink like I'm out of. Never mind.
Yes.
so
Morning,
let's
Crescent.
name it.
Hello.
Right,
What,
you
what?
have
Pip, pip.
next
I don't get it.
attributes. So you have
No,
attributes
no,
which
Lewis.
are
Did,
measured.
did we forget someone, Ben?
No, this is the rite of passage because do you remember?
Was it passed?
Yeah, well,
Passed it on the baton.
Yeah, because do you remember we were
What did I
playing?
do? Did I not give Lewis access to
You
his
didn't.
character?
No, you didn't. You didn't let him.
You
say
didn't
his
mention my
station.
character's name.
Yeah,
I'm
this is
sorry.
Dodeca all over
No.
again.
It
I know.
is. Yeah.
I'm going to have to make another screen to teach Ben a lesson.
Yeah.
Now, I believe,
right.
Lewis, you wanted to go with
Tooting Broadway.
Tooting Broadway.
Yeah. So you can call him Broadway.
You have a sibling that's tooting Beck.
I do,
Funnily
unfortunately. That nothing good can come from Tooting Beck.
God.
The great curse of Tooting.
We've just lost our entire demographic. Oh my God.
I doubt it.
I remember being I remember being wee, and I was like, "You've not heard of Tutankhamun?" And it's like it's the nerdiest thing I have. Well, I've said much nerdier, but
You
when
have,
I was
yes.
like, yeah,
I can vouch for that.
Yeah, definitely. You've not seen the stream's not seen me weeb out yet, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Anime.
next up is attributes. You have 4
Moving
attributes:
on.
strength,
Yes,
agility,
strength,
wit,
agility,
and
The
empathy.
other one,
These are measured on a scale of 1 to 5. Higher is better. Your starting scores, you get 14 points to spend in the 4. Attributes have to start between 2 and 4, except for 1, which is your key attribute, which is based on your career, your role, and that can be 5. So it's often a good idea to have that at 5.
Yes.
So
but you can't go
Gearhead's
with-
key attribute is wits. Stalker key attribute is agility.
and for dog
Yes,
tamer,
absolutely.
agility as well, I believe.
What's happening?
And
Yes,
dog
it's
handler
agility
is indeed
for-
agility,
yeah.
yes.
Someone hold my chin.
I'm
So you got 14 points
I
to spend in
crammed for
strength,
this.
agility, wits, and empathy.
Yes.
Do we want to be smart about it and make sure we've got all our bases covered, or do you want to go crazy and we'll all go agility, and then we'll do it like the Pathfinder game where it's like, okay, guys, I want you to use your brains.
What?
Oh no!
Somebody please make an occultism roll, and the only person who's got occultism is the Gnoll.
But
the raccoon. I'm sure the raccoon's got some stats we haven't really tapped into yet.
But,
all right, but we're not playing Pathfinder now. We're playing
Mutant.
So let's do strength. Let's us all be really weak and frail, and then like the minute someone big and scary comes along, we're like, no, please.
Noodly arms.
Yeah. Not that I'm trying to like put across any like, internal.
Someone's got an agenda.
Yeah, no, of course not. No.
All right, so you got 14 points. Where do you want to put them?
I'd like to put 5 into agility, please, Ben.
You may indeed put 5 into agility.
See that coming.
I'd like to make empathy my dump stat.
Are you updating your character sheet on Roll20 as you go?
Might be.
Good.
Maybe. What's it to you?
I'm not going to.
Otherwise, I have to remember and do it afterwards, and remembering things is hard.
Yeah, he's already doing my work for me. Okay.
I'm just going to make him write my notes on your sheet just for extra fun.
I do feel sorry for Lewis because he probably was just thinking like, oh my God, I've stepped into
Why am I here?
Like, oh
what
my God.
the hell?
I've fallen into a nest of
lunatics.
lunatics.
I've played with Odin before, so
yeah,
I kind of knew.
Yeah,
I knew what I was getting into.
You've had the baptism by fire then.
Oh,
all right,
yes.
So, Nye, where are you putting your points?
I would like to do the same as Aldun and make agility my primary stat.
Okay, so that's 5. You've got 9 left to go.
I would like to make might my dump stat, so put the minimum points.
Oh, you noodly.
Please.
So 2 into strength. 7 and 14. You've got.
I think empathy.
Left.
Would be a good one to make. What was it? 4 it was between 2 and 4. So could I make that 4, please?
And then
Dog Tamer likes being empathetic. I don't know. And that leaves
3 points for wits.
Wits. There we go. Perfect. All works itself out.
I'm going 4 for wits, just in case anyone cares.
Okay. Less empathetic, more speedy.
More.
That's fine. I'll be the heart of the team, but not the.
No change
muscle.
there.
No.
I'm
just going to be alert and eagle-eyed and ready for anything.
Lewis.
I like that you're going to be like a 17-year-old that speaks from like the.
I'm just going to be alert.
Yes. Stay alert.
Ideal 17-year-old.
Control the apocalypse. Stay alive.
I'm going to go skateboarding.
Lewis, how do you want to spend your points?
I'll put 5 in wits.
Ooh, he's witty. Excellent.
Yeah. Well, as a gearhead, I suppose I should actually know what I'm doing.
Your key stat, yeah.
4 in agility and 3 in the other 2, strength and empathy.
Okie dokie.
And then I'm boring, basically.
Yes.
Right, and then you get your skills. You have 10 points to put across your skills. So, for example, gearhead skills are.
Actually, we're riffing a couple of these out. Oh, don't worry. Riffmeister is up. Oh boy, no.
No, you carry on. You've already thought of some. That's helpful.
Yes. So if you're wondering, you might be thinking to yourself, man, are they actually going to turn this into an episode? That's what we're here for, people. We bring the scintillating conversation while Ben looks up all the interesting skills that we need to actually play the game.
Safina's just sat there on Twitch going, I miss Ben, Alden and Nye so much. It feels like a day since I last saw their faces. It's not for another 2 hours.
No, yeah. Hi.
All right, 10 points in skills. Where do you want them?
You guys go first because I actually wrote down skills I thought were interesting.
Made some notes on this.
Yes, because we're SWAT.
So you've got endure, being able to like suck it up and take the punishment. Force, being able to push through things, lift things up, put things down again.
We are the worst students. We're the SWATs that dick around in class because we know we're going to pass the exam. Oh no!
Yeah.
I remember being that.
Fight. Cleverly cleverly known skill
No.
that enables you to fight.
No.
Sneak does what it
Yes.
says in the tin.
Yes.
Move, same again. Shoot.
I did have them. Sorry, just give me a minute. I wrote them down on my
Scout.
electric notepad.
Comprehend. Know the zone. Know the
Yes.
zone is a kind of
Oh, that's a
specialist
special.
skill.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a special skill, and that's about understanding the world outside the.
Yeah. I
arc.
will be dropping points into that one.
Good. Sense, emotion, manipulate, and heal.
Oh, well, that sounds
So you've got
boring.
10
Not
points
doing
That's
to
that.
all
put
the
in
empathy
any of
ones.
those.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's fine.
okay.
I put some points down. Was there a limitation on the number of skills we can have? Because theoretically, you could put a point in every.
Skills are measured from 0 to 5.
No,
You
no,
can
but
use
like
a basic skill even if you
Oh.
don't have a level. Your character can maximum starting level for any skill is 3.
okay,
You must
then,
have
yeah.
1 in your specialist skill.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that. Give me one moment. I get the Sikkim, which I think is kind of an
Yeah, I get a
interesting.
bonusy thingy as well. I
You
think.
do. Where's the
Yes.
specialist skill thing on
It's a bit.
this?
It's a bit back.
There's an ad. Is that how we get it in?
Yes, it must be.
I remember what I decided to do with all this.
So
Let me
dog.
check. Where am I
Sneaky,
now?
shooty, know the zoney, and I get
Sick
find
a
the
dog.
path. Or we could do sick
I
the dog first.
actually, it's silly. I actually have I bought the PDF, but just to show you how dedicated I am to this.
I
I'm
went
so
with the free one.
lazy. Oh, was there a free one? God
Yeah, it was a
damn
free
it!
one.
God.
Sorry.
No, that's absolutely fine. That's my own fault. I didn't do enough investigation. It's literally on
Right.
my laptop. I could open it, but I'm so lazy.
Lewis, your
Can't find my
specialist
notes.
skill is jury rig that you need to add to the bottom of your skill list, and you have to
Ooh.
take at least a point in that. Jury rig is a skill that enables you to cobble together bits of tech and stuff to do something and to fix things.
Yeah.
Aldoon, your special skill is find the
Find the
path.
path.
And as we just said, Nye, yours is
It's
sick a
Sikkim.
dog.
Sikkim.
Sikkim boy.
Right, let me have a look at these. What were the notes I made? I remember
Look.
I went for a lot of agility and a lot of empathy because I liked those. So
Seems fair.
I think I went for yes. Here the oh god, oh no, my autocorrect has made these all terrible. I went for I think I went for 5, so I gave 2 in 2 in all the skills. So I'll just
Okay.
name the skills and whatever
Yep.
ones here. Actually, it'd be easier. So I picked all 3 of the empathy ones: sense, emotion, manipulate, and heal.
Yep.
Because all 3 of them sounded kind of nice. And then I picked escape and scout from. Oh wait, no, not scout. That's shoot, but again, it's thingy day. And then I put 2 in my Sikkim.
Okay, so you got 2 in Sikkim, 4, 6, 8. What were the movement ones you had?
The agility were sneak and shoot. Sorry, actually, I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't have. No, I'll have shoot.
Sneak and shoot. Send your dog, fire over its head.
I have quite a clear idea of what this character is going to be now. It's nice and in my head now that we've been thinking about it. I
Okay,
should probably
Lewis,
be
what are you
writing
going
this
for?
down.
I'm gonna put 3 in jury rig, obviously.
Yeah.
Seems fair. Put 3 in comprehend wits as well. I put 1 in endure because I feel like thus far it's been necessary. And then 1 in move agility and 2 in shoot agility.
Very good. Aldoon?
Oh, hello. Yes. What? I will be going for the maximum 3 in sneak it a boot.
Mm-hmm.
I will be going for a maximum 3 of shooting people.
Mm-hmm.
1 in scouting because I'm a stalker. Be moderately useful at that. 1 in know the zone because I have to. And 2 in find the path.
Splendid.
So I'm the only one that's gone for like a kind of broad. That's weird. I would have thought that's what everyone did. Then again,
That's
I'm
all right.
quite weird.
Right, okay.
I am a mutant after all.
Skills. Talents.
Yes.
Everybody gets 1 talent when starting.
To make
Let
you
me go
shine.
to the talents.
And they're like
first.
really kind of interesting.
They
like,
are. They're quite sort of snacky. They're better than feats would be in that other game that you mentioned.
Like that's why I was getting interested by this game, because it really, not that we're obviously we want people to enjoy these things and we're endorsing them, but honestly what I find fascinating about this is it really does want you to think about how you fit into the community. Like in the character creation, we've just skipped over, well, we'll probably come back to like how we fit in with the other characters and NPCs in the game.
Yeah.
And I really like that, because I think a big issue with, well, not a big issue, like I like the fact this game has gone, no, the arc is really critical to your character. You have to
really
be
important.
integrated
It's
into
absolutely
it. And
essential.
I like
yes.
that, because as much as I love being, the farm boy that leaves home and that's just a part of him, I think it's kind of nice having a game where there is a community that you are not stuck to, but like,
Well, you're
you
essential
want
to it as
protect.
much as it's essential
Yeah,
to
exactly.
you.
It's very symbiotic.
There's
and
a
I really,
strong
I really
mutualism
like that.
element.
There
Okay,
are slaves though, so yeah.
Well, there aren't. Not having any of those. So talents. If you let's go through these alphabetically.
Yes,
so there are general talents,
I had a
and
couple
there are
that I was interested in.
specific ones. So I'm going to start with the gearhead ones.
Yep. No,
but you need to bear in mind that you get.
If you
one
want, I've
talent.
already picked one.
Oh, that makes life easy. Which one have you picked?
Tinkerer.
Tinkerer.
I like the idea of repairing pallets.
A solid choice.
Becoming useful.
Right, dog handlers. Bloodhound, fight dog, mutant's best friend.
Yeah, I'm okay. If I remember correctly,
Bloodhound is a tracking dog. Fight dog is exactly what it says on the tin.
Yes,
mutant's best friend helps you out of trouble with endurance and move. There
were 2 things that I was thinking of picking. One, because I thought this will make Ben have this will. I'm sorry, there was a little sadistic streak. I was thinking admirer,
sunshine, admirer,
because you have to make an
NPC. I can absolutely do that, and I can make your life hell with an admirer.
I'd love, or a really like crunchy meta one, which would be Bad Omens, because I can replace if my notes are correct, I can replace my.
You can swap empathy for wits,
for scouting, which would make my scouting a bit more beastly. However, as we have decided, I always go against what's smart. So I think I'm going to go for admirer.
We decided that.
I mean, if you think I'm planning this out meticulously, then which I am. I'm planning
reams of notes. You spent weeks working on this.
Yeah.
Right, there we go. Admirer.
He also gets whispers from outside his closet.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Aldin, what about you?
Hello.
As
Stalker. Yes. What do I get? What's my options?
Where's the Stalker gone? Oh, it's after that.
Is it
Fixer? No, it's not. Fixer dog. Oh, there it is. Monster Hunter. +2 modification when you're scouting a beast of any kind.
Capcom game. That's a really
Rot Finder.
Yes.
There's not really.
I just started hoofing it down outside. Thank God for that.
Yeah.
Means the neighbourhood children will have to go inside.
Hooray.
Rot Finder. When using Find the Path, you have access to a new stunt that you can choose when you roll extra successes to find the most rot-free route through the sector, which lowers the overall rot count of a sector during your visit. And Scavenger, +2 modification to find a path, with successes meaning you find any artifacts that may exist in the sector.
I think it's Scavenger, isn't it, boys and girls?
I think it is, isn't it, really?
And others.
What do I find? Cool stuff.
Did I find some stuff? Did I? Oh, jolly good. Spiffing. Right. Wonderful. What is it?
Cool stuff for you.
Whoop, whoop.
Splendid.
Raw.
So I feel like
right,
it's
so
a game
that's
where I'm going to be
stats,
really
skills, talents,
something else.
Mutation.
What? We have mutations in Mutant Zero? What?
I know. Who could have figured it? Now, the beautiful thing about mutations in Mutant
is that they're very
is that they are
predictable.
random.
Oh. That's not what they taught me
You
in biology.
roll for your mutant powers, and
Oh, we've
wait a minute,
offended him
zoology
now.
boy.
No,
Wait a minute.
I'm sorry, shit joke.
You're a zoologist. I'm the genetics expert here.
We did genetics.
Yeah, but you
Not
colour in
real
pictures of animals
genetics,
more.
though, is it?
Okay, now I'm offended, mister. You just petted a rabbit for 2 years. Well, 4.
You and your whole animals to dissect.
Yeah.
Our dissections are done at microscopic levels.
Yes. Okay,
with enzymes.
So
however, we're not talking about enzymes. We're
No.
talking about mutations. Now,
Yes.
mutations are your special powers. There is a list of mutations. You need to roll a d66,
So 2D.
which is 2d6s,
Yeah.
to find out what mutation you get. I'm going to be extra generous, and I'm going to let you decide which way round. So you'll have a choice of 2 mutations.
Or
which one you out of which one you want. So you roll a d66, and I will give you a choice of the 2 mutations that identifies to us. Unless you roll a double, in which case you're hosed and have to go with the one that you get.
Okie dokie. Let me roll these 2 d6s. Interesting. Okay.
Right, coming over to my roll 20 because I heard it ding.
Yeah, it'd be
I'll let you
dinging.
guys
Oh,
go first.
wow, Dune, you rolled 11. Oh no, you rolled a 5 and a 6. So
Yeah.
that's 56, which is a reroll, or 65, which is a reroll.
Oh, my brain was like, wait a minute, how did you get 2 rerolls? Oh, because
So that's 2 and 6, which is luminescence or a reroll.
Glow?
Yeah.
Hey, don't knock glow worms.
I think if you're for a stealthy character, being the glowing one isn't
a
a
glowing
great plan,
stalker is probably not.
I think I did reference on day 4 of Role Play Game a Day, the meme of a rogue with a torch in his hand, but let's not.
5 and
5 and 5?
5 and 5 is 55, which is a goddamn reroll.
Oh, for goodness sake.
How? I really want to do. Wait,
3 and 3.
can somebody give me a minute?
Human plant. There we go.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
No, you're
human plant
Groot. I mean,
or
Groot.
mind terror.
Hello.
Oh.
Sorry, what now?
Our ears should
So,
be pricked up
human
at that.
plant. You can get nourishment from
Yeah,
sunlight.
human
Your
plant.
body is covered in
Mind
sharp thorns
terror?
that you can use in close combat,
Oh.
and your
quite
bark-like
like
skin absorbs damage.
I'm quite liking that, actually. Yes.
Or, what was the other one?
Mind terror.
terror.
Which also sounds quite awesome, but probably relies on
doesn't it?
empathy.
Nope, it
Well,
relies
no,
on
no, no.
mutation points.
If I remember correctly,
You can torment your
you can
victims
be-
with visions that inflict confusion or doubt,
Well, it's like
confuse others to make them miss their action, or create an illusion so grand the victim will believe it to be real.
another thing that makes this game interesting is that the mutations really do fit into it. So if you're an enforcer, but you have like telepathy, that can totally work. Like that doesn't make you look like a weird character. It makes it perfect because it's like, oh yeah, no, I like punching things, but I also can read your minds.
Or
You know why I'm punching.
both
Yeah,
of
exactly.
them and lose a point from your attributes.
We can take both?
You can take both, but you have to lose a point from your attributes.
I don't
to
fucking
do that.
care. That's awesome. I didn't know we could do that. Ooh.
So
No,
I
it
can be
I want to
specifically
know.
says,
I want
once
to know.
you've
guy.
drawn your first mutation, if you want to draw a second and start the game with 2.
mess
in the
with
rules.
people's
Could-
brains.
I don't know what my number is. I'll let Lewis go first. But
All right.
well, sorry, Lewis.
But Aldin, do you want to go with 1 or 2?
I'm going with 2, but sorry. I'm really excited now. I want to know what I've got.
Oh, that's tricky.
Your mind thing could then be spore based.
Could we?
Oh, then I become hay fever. I don't want to be hay fever.
So we're taking
No, you'd
the
be more like
2
mushroom guy.
I'm going to focus on the 1.
Okay, which one are you going for?
I'm going for the plant.
Going for the plant guy, human
Going for the
plant. Okay, Lewis. You rolled like a million years ago before Aldin had to roll 100 dice. You rolled
That's okay.
54,
I'm sorry.
which is sprinter.
Yeah.
54,
reroll.
whatever the bingo word for 54.
I mean, just to follow Adam, I'm gonna take the re-roll as well, just to be difficult.
I've set such a good example.
Yeah.
I know. This is why we're
telepathy or re-roll.
Ooh.
How it
Lots-
comes
Everybody's
re-roll.
using up all of their sixes now. You guys are so screwed next week. You're using up every six. you've
Yeah,
got.
we know that anyway.
I think I'll take telepathy though.
I like the idea if it's
Yeah.
like, oh, my microwave's not working. Then you go, why is it not working? Why is it not working? And then it's just in their mind.
Microwave,
It's
what's
like,
wrong with you?
no, like you read their mind. It's like, I thought I could do my washing in the microwave, and you're like, no, please.
So you can spend
I start
mutation
off by
points
going,
to get
have you turned it
answers
on
to
and off again?
questions.
Oh, they have.
You could get the answer to, is he lying? Is he hiding something? What is he thinking right now? You can plant a simple thought in your subject's mind, and you can create a mental short circuit to fry your victim's brain, causing confusion.
Let me try. Give Nye a donut. No, Ben doesn't want to give
That
me a
didn't
donut.
work.
No,
No.
damn it.
Right, Nye, what did you roll?
Donut.
I rolled a 34 or a 43.
So 34 is parasite, and 43
I like
is
the sound of that.
sonar.
What is
Sonar?
sounds
You
boring.
could be a dolphin.
I don't give a shit.
Parasite.
What's parasite? That sounds interesting.
You can
can have
absorb
both,
life
remember?
force from other
What?
living humanoid
that's
beings.
happening.
Oh, that is happening. I can
You
Yeah.
can
absorb
steal
life
a
force.
point of attribute for every mutation point you spend.
Yeah, that's happening.
Can't exceed your own maximum. Doesn't heal injuries. Has no effect on trauma. You can steal a mutation from another mutant.
What?
You can only use it for one turn and then they
So
get
this
it
is
back.
the DC villain, the parasite,
yeah.
basically.
And
It's
you
like,
can heal another humanoid's trauma by taking it onto yourself.
I'm like
You can be
mimicking
Raven as
something.
well. Wow, look at that.
And it's
So that's parasite. And
that's
sonar,
parasite. Yeah, it's the other
sense
one.
your surroundings, even in total darkness. Stun enemies at short range.
Oh, man.
I would
And
like to
disrupt an enemy who's shooting at you.
I would
Those
like
are kick ass.
I'd like
They
to
really
take
are.
parasite, but I don't really. But I want a second one. But I don't
Oh,
want
take
sonar.
bows.
I
Take
don't want
bows.
sonar. It sounds boring.
Oh,
I want
Sonar's awesome.
black. I
What do
want
we
both.
think, Twitch?
I want
do
two.
we let him have a reroll?
Just one. Just
No.
one reroll. And I will take whichever one you guys want if I get a reroll. You can decide the other
sounds
power.
good.
I
Sounds
love
good.
the fair
I'll
shade.
buy you a reroll if you want.
You don't have to buy me a reroll.
No, you don't have to
It's
buy him a
fine.
reroll. I was just
Oh,
asking to
it's-
see what the viewers
You
reckon.
guys got like
Nope.
4
Oh,
rerolls.
Except
Someone
you've just been
has
bought one
bought
by
you a
God
reroll
Black.
anyway.
Thank you. I'm kept
Right,
in
go on then.
luxury thanks
Have your
to
reroll.
rerolls.
You can be a
Yeah.
parasite and you can roll another one.
In real life, now I'm now getting to be myself in a game. Woohoo! No, that's a depressing way of looking at it. 5 and 5.
That's a reroll.
If it's yeah. 5 and 1. 51 or 15.
Tracker
Tracker.
or flame breather.
You guys pick. Am I flame breather or am I
Flame.
tracker?
Is he a tracker or a
That's a
flame
no-brainer.
breather?
It's a flame.
What do we
breather,
think?
obviously.
Flame breather.
That
Mm.
parasite is really getting me thinking what
Flame
I want
breather.
to do now. So I have to take something off a stat, and it has
Yes,
to be
you have to
2.
remove a point from a stat.
And all my
No,
stats
just
have
one
to
point
be.
from a stat. You have to have a minimum of 2, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it would have to be either my 5 or my 4, because all my others are 2s.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you guys want him to be the fire breather.
And I did say I'd take 2. And you know what?
Yeah.
While it is going to cut my empathy down, it's still a 3, so that's fine.
As a fire breather, you can
I make very good lattes.
spew out flammable gases and ignite them on the way out. So you can set fire to flammable objects. Who could have guessed that? Spew fire at an enemy at near range. Breathe fire at a number of enemies, and each takes 1 point of damage.
Ooh, very interesting, actually.
Tasty.
Yes,
It's quite expensive in terms of mutation point cost.
I imagine so, but I think I might save that as like a rainy day, like, oh God, we're all about to die.
We're all about to
Fire
die.
breath,
Time to
yeah.
open my mouth and breathe fire. everywhere.
Exactly. And they're thinking, well, he only has the parasite power, which sounds OP already. What else could he have?
But
Fire
the beauty-
breath.
yeah, I mean, looking at this, you've pretty much all got quite. Oh no, you haven't, Alden. But the rest of you have got subtle mutations. Alden's mutation is not subtle.
No.
Dude is green, covered in plant bits.
So let me just, sorry, I'm just going to quickly.
I was thinking game was brown.
You could be brown. It's
Well,
barky.
like a supple bark, you know, like a new. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm not a botanist.
All right. Here's how you can go about getting your mutations.
Ooh.
Do we get bit by? Actually, I was bit by something this week, and it was very painful. And I was like, oh God, I don't want superpowers because it was a tiny little red beetle thing. And I was like, I don't want the superpowers of a red beetle
You are
thing.
Beetle man.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, that was just
Cool
really
story.
hurt, though. No, it like I was shocked. I was just walking
right.
along and I got bit really badly. I was like, oh God, what is it? This tiny little red beetle thing's like, hi.
It talked.
Yeah, it did.
That was the
Like
power
a
that he
magic
got, the
thing.
power of talking.
Of speech.
Talking to a
Yeah,
specific
he
beetle.
stole.
The bug gained the power of speech by
speech,
biting
yeah.
him.
By biting
Man
a radioactive nigh.
Yep.
With very little power comes very little responsibility.
Oh, that's my new catchphrase then.
I thought that was the catchphrase for our team.
But that's the catchphrase for Garblack. I know.
Oh,
that
he
was a
getting
bit mean.
sassy tonight.
You're getting sassy.
I know. I've had one Dr. Pepper.
All right, so mutation points.
I know.
Who gave him sugar?
That's what the problem is.
Exactly.
You gain mutation points
Yes.
by
At the-
means of you get one mutation point at the start of every session per mutation you have.
Okay.
You can win more mutation points by pushing a dice roll. So that's when you don't quite get what you want. You can push the dice roll and re-roll all the ones that didn't succeed.
Okay.
And sometimes they come up with little
Happy
radiation symbols.
faces, all that.
And
Oh, really? Oh, are they
you
like,
can never
are they
have
with the
more than
dice?
10 mutation points.
What happens if
Okay.
we have 11? Do we explode?
Well, we
Oh,
become the
you
we
actually
become the
only
most
have 10.
power. No.
That's a shame.
I'm now trying to
Wellington
remember what
Crescent becomes a tree.
Well, I'm
Yes.
actually sorry, Ben,
Sort
because
of
I have been
waves
taking
there in the
notes.
wind.
But
Branches shoot out the
hypothetically,
side of
what
my
are all
head.
the skills again? Sorry.
Endurance. Do you want just the ones that you took, or do you want all of them?
Oh no, sorry. What are the attributes? I mean,
Attributes: strength, agility, wit, and empathy.
yeah, okay. Strength, agility, wits, and empathy, and then the skills were heal.
You took sneak, shoot, sense emotion, manipulate, and heal, and sick a dog.
Okay. Sorry.
It's all right. You don't have to
And
apologize.
then I remember my talent, which is admirer.
Yes.
That'll be fun.
And
Oh,
your
boy.
mutations are parasite and
Yeah.
flame breather.
And I remember all the stuff for that, so that's fine.
I don't remember all the stuff about being a plant.
You
Okay, you're gonna love this bit. This is the best bit. Relationships and dreams.
Oh, God.
Oh,
So your relationships and dreams to each other. So you need to describe relationships to other PCs. You need a little sentence per person, and we can sort out the ones for Potter when she's back.
Okay.
oh.
I don't seem to have a box for that.
So it suggests some possible relationships to other people. That they would go into, where would they go? Into
Yeah, my
notes.
connection's a little bitty unstable, so
Wibbly wobbly wobbly.
yeah. I'm actually gonna quickly go for a bathroom break, and then I'll be back in one moment.
Yep.
Sorry. Yeah, it's all that Dr. Pepper.
That whole can.
Old can.
Whole can. What
So
were
the
you
sugar, the sugar is
thinking?
just rushing through him.
Ben, could you run through human plant again for me?
For you, I can do that.
Thank you.
I'm
Very
better than
cool. Yeah.
Meatloaf in that way. Human plant. For 1 mutation point, you can gain nourishment from sunlight instead of
Oh, that's
eating.
it.
Only works outside.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For 1 every mutation point you spend, you can use sharp thorns in close combat that inflict 1 point of damage for each point you spend.
Okay.
So they can be little pinpricky thorns for 1 point, or they can be great big slashy thorns for 2 or 3 points.
Oh, I see.
And you can use your bark-like skin to absorb damage.
Mhm.
Every mutation point spent reduces damage by 1.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I can remember the nourishment from sunlight.
So it gives you some suggestions for relationships. So in Stalker, some of the suggestions it gives you for your relationship to other PCs is person X walked with you in the zone and lived. So that's a sort of respect one. Is a pompous idiot. If they get in your way, they're going down. Might actually understand you. Do you dare open up?
Oh no, you've befriended everyone without me. No.
And no, we're just going through some of the basics for the Stalker.
Oh,
And then the last one,
sorry.
see if you can work out who to apply this one to, is a danger to everyone. Keep your distance.
Oh, were we doing the little things in the? Oh, cool.
I'm
Actually,
gonna build something magnificent.
what's the dog tamer ones actually?
So that's the
I can't remember.
Stalker ones.
Sorry.
The dog.
I'm like-
flammable.
I'm like what's that? I'm like those actors who come in. It's like me. I've literally just come back and I'm
What's
like,
my
what's
motivation in
role?
this scene?
Yes, come on.
So,
Okay, so your options, some of the suggested ones. then you
what's
can
my
make up
line?
your own.
Sorry. What?
Yeah, no, I
I
know,
haven't
but I
read
like-
the script. What?
I like the suggestions. It
So
gives
you've
me
got
kind of an idea of what.
is disliked by your dog and therefore by you as well.
Okay.
Thinks he's all that, idiot.
Hello.
Clearly dislikes you and your dog and is the object of your secret desires.
Hi.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I feel like all of them are going to be Mornington Chris.
If I can't, I've got to have 3, don't I, for each of the players?
It's okay to make up your own.
No, I know I can pick a moment. That gives me ideas though, because
Yeah.
that's why I'm saying the suggestions are good to read. Because you might go, well, I'm thinking this, and they go, well, remember you've got a dog. The dog's got to be involved on at least one of them. Otherwise, it's just a prop. So, okay. What have you guys been talking about or thinking about? I know I was only going for like a minute. But...
Trees, mainly.
Oh,
Trees.
trees.
Lots of talk about trees.
There was.
Yeah.
So,
Xylophone and
right, and then in
columns.
Gearhead, you've got is awesome, keep close, is a bit
Hi.
slow on the uptake, best
Hi.
explain stuff in detail, makes you nervous, you don't like the way they look at you, and is out for your gear, keep it close.
I have an idea, which I think would be kind of, and totally shoot this down because who knows where this is going. This is Dr. Pepper talking. But we could do it like the good, the bad, and the ugly kind of thing. So each of us has one player who we are ostensively know beforehand and are friends with. We've got another who we're not too sure about because we're like, and then we've got one we just are like, obviously not loathe, but like, you know, as you say in Saturday morning cartoon loathing, where we give each other like, oh, good work, genius, that kind of stuff, you know. But we're actually like best buds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
I just think that's how I'm going to go with it. So I'm going to pick somebody who's going to be my best buddy. I pick the dog. Can I pick the dog?
I figured.
That seemed obvious.
That goes
It does
for
make a lot of sense.
without saying for the character.
Can the dog not be the person I like, I'm okay with, and hate all at once?
No,
Oh,
you're thinking of cats.
oh no, cats. I love cats. Mine just wanders in. Meh. What, do you want something? Meh. Are you hungry? Meh. Okay, there you go then. Here's some dinner.
I like the idea of my gearhead liking Nye's character just for his dog.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The
No, I like
dog's
that.
nice.
Yeah. No, yeah, I like that. So do you think we would have prior?
That was a lot.
I mean-
question, would we know each other prior, or does he just see my dog and goes, I think they'd be a nice person, that's a nice dog, and I'm like an absolute arsehole to them?
That dog clearly likes them, so they must be nice.
No. Yeah, it's up to you. I don't mind. I'm either or. What would be funnier, me being your friend or me being like, can I pet your dog? Yeah,
No,
sure. We've just met though.
Who are you?
I think it's funnier if, like, Shooting Broadway likes your character because of the dog, and you
Okay.
find him annoying.
Oh no, well, yeah. Okay, yeah. So right, okay. I like that idea. I actually quite like that idea a lot.
Right, so there's a like.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Tootin likes, what's my character going to be called? Oh,
Roding.
Roding. Can Roding be a girl? I think I need to play.
Yeah.
I think I need to try
Absolutely.
a different. I want to try different stuff. And plus, I'll end up just playing Luca 2.0, and I want it to be distinctive because
There's a danger.
are we doing this week to week?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So I think I'm going to make her a little bit tougher than Luca. Which is not difficult. Luca is like Kleenex. Yeah, he's like the
I was
little
thinking it was
Cushelle.
spaghetti.
Well, I think I imagine him like the Cushelle koala. You know, the one that's just like just wants to hug everything.
Right.
Okay, yeah, I like that. I don't know the gearhead.
So who do you like then? No.
Hmm.
And why?
Well, I'm just thinking actually. Some of us are gonna. Do you want to be liked? Do you want to be liked?
No, I just saw an opportunity to do a donkey move. So
Well, I kind of feel like we have to put relationships in with Claire because it's a bit unfair if we do all this stuff and like.
Yeah, but you've got three other people to make
I know.
a relationship with, so just put one down for each of them.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. Well, I've already got my middling one, which would be with Tooting, because it's like I don't have any. Like I just don't know Tooting. Tooting's just seen me around and like. Oh,
and pets your dog.
Oh yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, hey man, like, yeah, no, it's cool. You can pet the dog. I mean, careful. Oh, he's got your finger. Don't panic. You will.
Right, what about your relationship with Mornington Crescent?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Hello.
Do you want? Right. Let's be
What?
honest. What's going to be funnier, me disliking you or me liking you? Dislike. Okay,
Yeah.
dislike. Yeah. So I'm gonna think that you're a stalker. I think.
You get to think that he's a stalker.
Oh well, no. I'm not. That's a bit too far. That was a bit past the.
Thinks he's all that. Chronic Aragorn syndrome.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea. Like,
I'm so rugged.
I don't know how you're going to play the character, but I like the idea that you either are or think you're a minor celebrity, and I just don't jazz well with that. Like, I'm so cool. I leave the Ark. Like, what the fuck do you plebs do? And I'm just like, no, I don't.
No, we don't really know anything about Claire, so we can hold off on putting a relationship in for that.
It's so dangerous out there. You wouldn't understand.
But
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
That's a like one for you then that you'll need.
Yeah, I'll just say Claire and I are best buddies for a nebulous reason. It doesn't matter too much. Well, that's why I wanted to get. Well, I just think it's unfair if somebody isn't here and to construct a negative relationship, because then it's like you're basically saying to the other one, "Oh, by the way, you got some work to do to be nice to me in the game." Whereas if it's a like one, it's just like, "Hey, you know."
Okay.
So there we go.
So, Aldin, what about you?
How do you feel about us?
I want to take a spin on the it's a danger to everyone, keep your distance.
Oh, okay.
For Lewis's character, Tooting Broadway. But the spin is that he's dangerous. Explosions happen around him.
Yeah, remember that the arc that you're from doesn't really get technology. It's only the gearheads that get technology. So thinking that they're dangerous is not unreasonable.
Yeah, but it's a kind of, I like the danger.
Okay.
And as opposed to Dog Boy, as just like he's carrying his own lunch.
Dog Girl.
Apologies.
No, don't worry about that.
Got lunch on legs.
Considering that every game we all individually call each other the wrong thing. It's like, so Alden, Alden, I mean Astral, I mean Morningwood, Morningstar.
Morningstar. Well, I'll take that one.
Morningwood. A minute ago.
Yeah,
I'll take Morningwood as well.
I know. In the pretend fuck up, I fucked up.
Super real.
Yeah,
So
wait.
yes. I
I'm
don't know. I'm not sure I want to do the whole like middling dislike.
No, you don't have to do that. That's how I was going
Fine.
to do it, because it makes the most sense to me to go from there.
I think it's probably more. I think it's something about that arrogant ambivalence, probably for most of the other characters.
Definitely.
Like, well, what do you do?
Yeah,
Why are you
no,
here?
totally.
Earn my respect.
Exactly. Like that's, as I said, that's why I said you can shoot it down, because that's the framework I was working with. I just like explaining.
I'm not shooting it down.
I know.
I'm merely taking my own path.
I know.
So
I know,
now
I
we
know.
need some NPC relationships as well.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Now NPC relationships, we've got an I hate, I need to protect, and my big dream.
Ooh,
So-
okay.
Wait, that's my big dream is a separate thing. So we need an I hate and I need to protect.
I
Okay.
hate tooting.
Yeah.
Deck.
So
No, I'm not. None of us are going to do it. I think that would be unfair to do it to a PC. I fucking hate
no, he's
them.
talking about
No,
his
That's his own
twin.
NPC.
Oh, you have a twin?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Sorry, I didn't know
Lewis
that.
is playing Tooting Broadway, who has a twin called Tooting Beck,
Oh,
and
that,
hates that twin,
And we hate each other.
oh, okay. I didn't
who I
know
think is
that.
probably a chronicler, isn't it?
Fixer.
Fixer. There was.
Interesting.
Oh, well, there you go then.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be someone that we know. Although, if who have we got on Discord?
Well, there's the 3 bosses, isn't there?
There is the 3 bosses.
Which I think somebody was saying on the Discord.
Those aren't the ones that you want relationships to necessarily. Oh no, you can have relationships to them.
Well, like, because as you said, we don't have to know them. It's
I would
just
say
a
pick
feeling.
a train station, pick another tube station.
Oh god, you're
and
making
why
me
you
Google
hate that
tube
person.
stations. Oh gosh. Well, I've got an admirer as well, so I've got like 3 relationships.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
I could just double up and have the I want to protect the admirer.
Good.
Just make them a friend. There we go. That fixes everything.
Nicely done.
I know. I have moments of competency. Competent.
Yeah, there we
Just not
go.
there.
There was a moment, and then it went.
Competence. That's it.
Competency.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Um.
pick a train
okay.
station,
Yeah, and that can be their name.
and that could be the person that you hate or you need to protect.
All right. I'll pick the most hated tube station in England. There we go. Right. Let's see
Green
what that
Park.
turns up. I don't know. I don't use tube stations. I don't even use tube stations in Scotland.
I'm not entirely convinced that he's knows how to use Google.
No, I'm on my phone. Bank tube station, according to BBC. Oh, that was 2013.
It's
And that's-
fair, it's a fair point.
Yeah, it's
Bank
pretty awful.
tube. There we go. So I guess we'll call them. I kind of like calling the idea of someone I hate tube. What's up, tube? It's Bank, you bitch. Well,
Okay, why do you hate Bank?
I
With a name like that, they clearly reckon that they're money bags, don't they?
yeah, I think I like.
I thought it was rhyming slang.
Oh God, Jesus. I think the reason I would dislike them is on the same reason I hate Morning Crescent.
Hello.
For the same reason, it's kind of like the pompous. I can do whatever I want.
Mornington.
Mornington.
That reason.
Asshole. Yeah, exactly. That right. Yeah, no. Yeah, kind of.
Robbing.
I think I'm going
There's
to
someone who's never winning a game of Mornington Crescent.
No.
I think I'm going to go for a kind of anti-authoritarian kind of. So this person has some degree of power, and I just really don't. That does not jazz with me, you know.
Okay, who do you need to protect?
I'll just go for my admirer. I will give them. It will be. I'll make them my BFF. There we go. How does that sound? Nice and nice and bog standard. So I'll find the most loved tube station. There we go. That's-
I think it's Chalfont and Latimer.
well, it's got King's Cross, but King.
No, really?
Victoria.
No.
I
No.
don't think
that's-
so.
It's busy.
What site are you looking at?
Sorry, it's busiest. That's what I got. We'll go with Victoria. There we go. That's
No.
nice and easy. Nice, my BFF, who I pretend not to be BFFs with because I'm too cool for that, but they are my BFF. So I'm
Splendid.
already
That was easy
getting
enough.
in the role. Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes
Okay.
I'm not
Voice.
such of a headache.
Lewis, who do you hate and who do you need to protect?
Well, clearly I
You
hate Tooting Beck.
Tooting Beck.
Yeah.
Who do I need to protect?
Everyone from Tooting
Tooting
Beck.
Beck.
That's a big
Everybody
list.
else.
Everybody else.
I mean, there's like 12 of us in the arc.
It's like 220.
Ooh.
Mm, I'm gonna go with Elephant and Castle. I don't know
See
why
what
I
you've
want
done
to
with
protect
your bloody
them,
elephant.
We're just working in the elephant there. Yeah.
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 Absolutely.
I saw that.
We need to have a Garblag elephant.
It took a
I
lot
know
of
some
priming to get it in.
contacts.
And Aldin, what about you? Who do you love and who do you hate?
I'm just looking at Croydon's on this map. Anyway, tube stations. That.
I love how we've all just gone to Google to find tube stations.
We're looking at the tube map really quite
Yeah,
closely.
so am I.
I haven't done for months. That's quite fun. I hate Sloane Square
Sloan.
Okay.
Sloan actually does sound like a pretty cool, like
because they think they're all that, and they're
Yeah.
not. Like,
There's
isn't
there's
it?
a lot of all that's going on here. This is
Yeah.
definitely a PG Saturday morning cartoon. The bad guys are the preppy kids.
The
think
cool
they're all
kids,
that.
yeah.
And they're not.
We're the loser kids. Oh no.
The B team.
No, we're quirky and different.
Yeah,
you're the Breakfast Club.
that's what the
Yes!
that's what
Oh,
the
I'm
SE teacher
there.
will tell you. You're just
are the
you're
Brat
just
Pack.
different now. In all the wrong ways. No. Yeah,
Right.
no, I like that idea. We're like
Putting
the
that down.
underdogs, the kind of no one thinks much of us kind of group. I also like the idea of like one of us is like super aloof, even though he has no reason to be.
Sorry, what?
Okay, so you need a big dream.
What was that, Doggo?
Oh, a big dream.
A
I
big
haven't
dream.
picked someone I like yet.
Well, pick someone you like then.
So rude.
Do you like me? Like make it proper love hate.
So
And then we go.
rude.
It needs to be an NPC. Make my dog. Pick my dog. My
Yeah,
dog's an
pick his-
NPC. Yeah, you
Everyone
really
likes
like
her
my
dog.
dog. You hate
Does
me.
the dog have a name? Is it Chesham?
It,
Barking.
Is it barking? Or bushy?
yeah, barking.
like
Come on,
bushy.
that's good. I like the idea that's like I call him barking. Why do you call him that? Because he barks. Yeah, he barks.
Ickenham.
I might just talk like
Oh,
that,
so dog handler big dreams are things like kill the next mutant who looks at you sideways,
That's a
for the
dream.
one you desire to feel the same way about you,
Hi.
and to leave the ark with your dog and
See,
find
but
a
I
better
didn't
life
pick any
elsewhere.
desire ones, did I? I didn't
No,
pick
you
any
didn't.
like lovey-dovey stuff because as we were seeing in the Pathfinder, lovey-dovey is not. I can barely handle dovey, let alone lovey.
Stalker big dreams, venture deep into the zone and find Eden, to someday stop wandering and find peace,
Nah.
to find something worth dying for.
Yes.
Gearhead, to build something that will change the people's life forever, to find Eden and explore all its technical marvels, or to build a weapon that causes widespread destruction.
Oh, that one.
I think mainly Tooting Broadway just wants to build something big and complicated just to prove to Elephant and Castle that they can build things better than them. That's their fault.
Rivalry.
fair enough.
Liking it.
I liked the last one. I want to just find somewhere nice for me and my dog, or maybe I'll include that to my friends. Maybe if I'm feeling generous, but the dog
Okay.
and me.
Right, okay, gear then.
Ooh,
Gear is important because you have sort of rationed amounts of stuff.
yeah.
Gear
it's-
is something that you need to keep track of, like we have been doing in Alien. So grub and water are the two main types of gear. So you need grub, water, and bullets. Most exchange is done through the medium of bullets. Bullets is your currency because you can swap bullets for stuff because they have an intrinsic value. So you can trade with each other, and you probably know someone who can get you something. Supply of grub is affected by the development of the arc. So your role describes what weapons you can choose from when starting and how much grub, water, and bullets that you get. And a gearhead also gets to start with a random artifact.
Oh, lucky.
May or may not blow up.
Yeah.
You get the legendary driver of screws.
It could well be
works on
the
all of
driver of screws.
The torch that blows. The
You don't want me to have that.
I guess you have the torch that doesn't fucking work. I'm just gonna keep doing these until someone stops me. The hammer that lugs. The lug hammer.
I don't even know what the
They're like, are
artifacts
they not like
to do.
they look like giant. Oh, well, artifacts are just like I remember this from the game.
Yeah, the stuff.
Well, the joke is that like it's kind of, I don't know if it's dark humor or just humor, but the joke is that everyone assumes these artifacts are these ancient legendary things, but for our perspective, it's just crap. Like, oh, the legendary light that torches. The joke cap is running its ground. But
you spotted that.
I know.
Right, roll a d666, Lewis, and we'll find out what artifact you get.
But yeah, it's just normal crap, but it's normal crap that's cool.
That's a d66. It's d666.
The devil.
That's too many sixes.
Many sixes.
Yeah. I
Look,
can't think that far.
There's a button there for it.
We can't say Beetlejuice.
There's a button on your character sheet that you can press for D66 or D666. Yeah.
Okay.
So 169.
169.
169. It can't be 169 because. Oh, I see what the problem is. I'm looking at the result rather
the
than
total.
what it was made of.
It can't be. I was about to say, why can't it be 169?
Right, can you click on the D666 button on the character sheet, because that's not opening to tell me what's what.
Yeah, what are the three? Does it not show you the three die just as images?
It didn't on there. We go. That's a bit more like
weird.
it. 631.
631.
Ooh.
Handgun.
Video camera.
Ooh. That does sound cool, actually.
Is there anything on it? Or
Also,
no, not on the one that you're starting with. You've got a blank video camera.
With a videotape.
What era? Yeah, do we have tapes, DVDs, CDs?
It's interesting because one of the one on the random artifact table is like a major part of the meta plot that they suggest you could use if you wanted to.
Oh,
I'm not necessarily using it. I'm not necessarily not. But starting with a meta plot item, probably not a great idea.
No.
So yes, you've got a blank video camera as your free artifact at the start. So let's have a look at what other stuff people can have. So for a gearhead, you begin, and this can go on your character sheet. Necessities is the heading that you want. Grub is the thing that looks like a chocolate bar. Water is the thing that looks like a hot cross bun. And bullets is the thing that looks like a crayon. So you start with 2d6 bullets.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Not
wait,
you,
this is the gearhead.
This is just Lewis. 2d6 bullets. So roll 2d6. There you go. 8 bullets. D6 rations of grub. Four rations of grub. And D6 rations of water.
And if I remember correctly, this is a kind of crunchy game, isn't it? Because we have to keep track of all this stuff and feed ourselves and water ourselves.
I remember.
Yeah, well, we're like the school guinea pig.
If we just keep talking over it, he'll never remember.
It'll be fine.
And then you choose one of these starting weapons.
Go out and buy another guinea pig. Yeah.
Brass knuckles, bicycle chain, or scrap pistol.
Oh, they're metal.
Well,
Really.
to be honest, the bicycle chain sounds fun, but I've gone with shooting now. So
Yeah.
scrap pistol.
So add a scrap pistol to your gear.
Oh, this is like Metro, isn't it? Where like bullets are currency, but you can also just use them.
But you can also shoot people.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
Best $80 I ever spent. Aldoon, you start with D6 bullets,
Hello.
D6 rations, and 2D6 rations of water.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, why did someone else get 2D6? But I assume we get a different.
It's all different.
Yeah, it's all modular.
I got a hot 4 on something.
That's 4 bullets.
4 bullets.
But you didn't have a gun.
No. And then there was another
Pump
D6.
them with it.
Oh,
Yep.
2.
Ooh, 2 rations of grub.
Isn't there? I'm trying to remember what the film is. There's a film where they like.
Don't have a plot. It'll be fine.
A lot of films
true.
do that, where they take the bullet apart and like use the gunpowder for like crazy stuff, and you're like, God, movies are stupid. Yeah, don't ever do that. I mean, you shouldn't have a bullet in the first
8
place. But
portions of water.
I'm a thirsty plant.
And then you also get to choose one of the following starting weapons: scrap rifle, scrap pistol, or a bow with 5 arrows.
I'll take a bow, please,
oh,
Bob.
that sounds pretty.
Yeah. I'm
that's
awesome.
You guys use guns? Well, I use the gun of the tree.
I'm so stealthy.
Then he just breaks off a branch at the back.
Oh no! Oh, it's sore.
Oh, that was
You start
attached.
night with D6 bullets.
All right, I will. Okay, let me roll that. Definitely gotta use a gun because I like using my currency as bullets. D6, so that's 2. Lovely. This is looking good already. I know.
D6 grub.
Okay, let's have a look what that is. 1. Yay!
And D6 water.
How's that dog looking now?
3. Yeah. No. Not
You also
barking.
get to choose one of the following starting weapons: bicycle chain, scrap knife, slingshot, or scrap rifle.
Slingshot.
I know slingshot sounds really tempting, actually. I was planning on being like, well, I thought doing rifle because I was planning to be a very tiny girl with a giant rifle, but I actually really like the slingshot idea now.
You
I'm
can
just,
still
like
go with
the
the tiny.
slingshot.
You could get the whole sort of David and Goliath thing then.
oh yeah, that's very true.
If you're very good, at some point, maybe I can make a rifle.
And maybe, yeah, and then that's how we
Or at
become
least
friends.
a pistol.
That's
Or
how we become
better,
friends. You
or a
make a gun
catapult or something. Yeah.
or a bazooka. Just,
Or a bazooka.
Oh.
Yeah. Or boomy
Don't-
death stick.
I would
as it's
very
known.
quickly become your friend if you gave me a bazooka in this game.
Well,
You can pet the dog as much as you
Right.
want. Now give me the
Okey-dokey.
blowing up stick.
I'll have to change my dream now, my big dream. Build a
Make a
bazooka.
bazooka so I
Make
can pet
a
this dog.
bazooka.
That's big
So
and
yes, you will
complicated.
be expected to use rations of grub and water each day. Otherwise,
Shit.
you start to enter situations such as starving.
Can you
thirsty.
scare me like some grub?
There's also
Yeah.
sleepless and hypothermic, which you don't
Oh,
want to be.
lovely. Yeah, they sound charming.
Let's not go there.
I think I know at least one of those.
I'm very familiar with my good friend Sleepless. Oh,
Yeah,
hi,
I'm quite
Sleepless.
familiar
You
with
again.
hypothermia.
Hey! Well, you are in Scotland.
Is
Yeah,
that
exactly.
the other 7 dwarves?
I do remember I got like I did gym practice in the snow once in just shorts and a t-shirt, and oh boy, I was like blue, shaking. It was great.
Nice.
Scotland
Come
is
to
a wonderful
Britain.
place.
Torture your children with horrible weather
Oh
conditions.
no, everyone else was in proper snow, well not snow gear, but like they were in actual stuff, and I was like, oh, this was a bad idea.
A bunch of Inuit children in Scotland going, why are we here?
God, it's so hot.
Okay. So,
Are we doing like what our characters look like and stuff, or is
yes,
that...
yeah,
Oh,
we're just
okay.
getting to that. So,
Oh, sorry. Okay.
you get a
Off
den
script.
somewhere in
Oh.
the castle,
Really? Oh, that's cool.
yeah, which is sort of your safe sleeping place.
Oh, okay.
So you pick a den somewhere where you would crash. remember that the castle the walls are made of shipping crates.
Yeah.
The castle is made of stacked shipping crates, and there are a couple of tents and caravans and little shipping crates dotted around inside the walls as well. So pick something that you think would be suitable as a den for your character, and you can just have that. They're not very big. It's going to be not much bigger than
My
sort
room.
of a portion of, that space under your bed there.
Your current cupboard.
It's going to be a tiny, tiny little space unless you're sharing it with other people. In which
I'm
case
not sharing
it.
it. Well, I'm sharing it
bigger.
with my dog, but it's just gonna be tinier because of that.
But you could be like the inside of an old car that you've ripped the seats out of and converted into a bedroom.
Yeah, that's
kind
fair
of thing.
enough. Where are you guys thinking? Because I want to find like a proper like hole in the wall, and by that I mean it's a hole in a wall.
In a wall.
Yeah. I guess in a shipping container, but you know what I mean. Probably somewhere quite far off from people. I have a feeling the parasite ability, if that gets found out, is probably not going to be like
going to be driven out into the wasteland. I feel.
Well, that kind of goes with my character, doesn't it? I'm a dog tamer. I don't like people. There we go. Yeah, that's a perfect antithesis to Luca. I hate people. I don't like being near people. There we go. So yeah, some tiny corner of the castle, really far away from everybody.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
Snuggled up with my puppers. Which I'm imagining is like a ridiculously big dog. Like not a real, or a tiny chihuahua. One or the other.
Please no. Please be a proper dog.
Yeah. It's probably not a tiny chihuahua.
By the technicalities of the game, it doesn't specify that the size of the dog changes the stat.
This is true.
So
but
it could be like, or it could be a Mameluke, you know?
It's likely to be a kind of mongrel mutt.
Yeah, of course.
Heinz 57 Spectacular.
Exactly, of course.
Somewhere of a size between a border collie and an Alsatian.
Like I was going to go with names like Flaky, Scabby, Rangy, One Eye.
You only get the one dog.
I did read. No, exactly. I can apparently just as
you can acquire more.
Find a new one. Yeah.
You're just going to walk around the zone and
apparently, like
just find other dogs.
Yeah, there's a dog. Come on.
That's apparently what makes the character unique, because I'm the only one that can actually get the buggers to like.
They're playing like a grumpy version of Kipo from Kipo and the Age of the Wonder Beasts.
I guess.
Oh, look, an animal. Yeah. I'm going to go pet it.
Kind of, yeah. I kind of like that. Like,
all right,
people don't like me.
Appearance stuffs then. So Gearhead is first because alphabetical.
And because,
and you got 3 slots on your character sheet for face, body, and apparel. The examples that the book gives you for a Gearhead: face, goggles, grinning, spiky hair, hairless, bloodshot eyes, dirty, always chewing. So something in that sort of vein.
I like the idea of like having goggles and one of those old leather tank caps.
Oh yeah,
I approve.
Yes.
For your body, thin, wiry, extremely skinny, midget, abnormally fat. That's some suggestion. That's the only suggestion. It's not a very exciting range, is it?
Cruel as well.
Other body types are available.
Well, but none of them are very like polite either, or flattering. No, I know you are. Wow,
I don't know. I used to find being called wiry very flattering.
Yeah.
Is it?
When I was extremely skinny.
Yeah.
Again,
I had that as well. It was just better than being called skinny all the time.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
But what sort of body type do you want your mutant?
Well, I'm going to go with wiry then. Wiry
what kind of body type do you want, period? Just we can make it happen.
Just 7 days. Following our plan.
I guess well.
And a large dose of radiation.
Yeah.
A man.
I guess as well, we are in a radioactive world, so it's not exactly we're going to have positive images, are we?
Yeah.
Is it radioactive?
Of food.
Yeah.
We're
There's a lot of radioactivity. Although we don't call it radioactivity, we call it rot
rot.
because we don't know what radioactivity is.
No.
And
As
then
long as we're not
clothes-wise, it
oozing.
suggests dirty yellow coveralls, bicycle chains, patched-up raincoats, heavy metal T-shirt, cables, and light bulbs.
Like accessories. I was about to say, why would you ever want to wear a bicycle chain outfit? That would just be
So
painful.
metal.
But it would also be like
Every time you have to take it off.
Oh, really chafes.
That would be
Ooh.
depilatory, should we say?
Yeah, very nippy.
I mean, it probably only hurts once when you take it off.
Yeah, and then you've got no skin left. Or
It's
never
fine. Once
take it
the hair
off.
grows back, it hurts
Oh.
again.
Yeah. You're not going to be running very fast in that outfit.
No.
No.
Anyway,
Be
so
stealthy.
coveralls, yeah?
Sorry.
Yeah, I think torn and grimy coveralls.
Like proper mechanics
Yeah.
coveralls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm continuously busy fiddling with stuff.
Has it got some sort of aged symbol on the back that no one understands?
That's a good idea.
I like to
This
think.
was from the ancient gods.
Shell.
Mike's repairs. Mike's
Ashradel
repairs.
says it's fine, you didn't have any skin anyway because of the radiation.
Oh.
Stefano suggests that the Garblag workout program might be.
We can get you out of shape in just 7 days. Watch our streams continuously.
Yep.
We've got like
I mean,
hundreds
that
of
one I
hours
have
worth
covered.
now.
Yeah,
have
we've
to
got
Eat a donut every time we deviate from the plot.
Oh
good
God!
God, you're
we'll
trying
have
to
a
kill
cardiac.
them.
Yeah. Right, guys. For a
I mean, a
drinking game,
Malteser every time we deviate would be enough to put on some serious
for a
wine.
drinking game, take a shot every time I open my mouth. Oh boy, they're already dead by the end of the first episode.
No, I mean, be fair. You've got to give them a fighting chance. Just take a shot every time you say sorry.
Ooh.
Zing! I'm going to need some more
Sorry.
booze.
Yeah.
Stalker.
Hello.
Appearance. Face hidden under a hood. Scarred face. Hairless. Sickly pale. Bandaged.
I'd like to go with chiseled jaw.
Chiseled
Scar
jaw is
end. Dangling from my lips and squinting
Oh.
eyes.
body.
Yeah.
You're choosing your own, aren't you?
Hunk.
Well, you could give me options and then do
Well,
what I'm going to
in
do
here,
anyway.
the bodies for stalkers, it suggests androgynous, wiry, muscular, or short.
I'm going
See,
with
but-
muscular but whipcord wiry.
See, but
Okay.
that's never mind. I'm not going to get into this.
I aspire
vernacular.
to at least 3 out of the 4 of those.
Yes.
Short is my one that I aspire to be.
Well, I don't really have to aspire to that.
I
I've
know
reached
that's
that
the
one.
joke. Yeah. I'm
And
just,
clothes. Raincoat, coverall, camo gear, army boots, backpack.
Yeah, like
A backpack or a backpack that you've punched holes in and
Well,
are wearing like.
I
I like that one.
Brilliant.
Oh, please. That's going to be disturbing. Do not undo that zipper. Don't just
Zip
don't.
it up here and here.
I've got so many
Um,
pockets though. It's brilliant.
I assumed the
I'll find a thing.
apparel is like accessories and stuff like that. Like, obviously you're wearing like shitty rags, but like hey,
Some
you've got,
kind of clothing.
yeah. But
How
you've
do
got,
you
like, this
accessorize
cool-
with your
exactly.
post-apocalypse?
Exactly.
I have actually given this some thought. And Mornington will be wearing his hereditary battered barber jacket, which he considers to be in perfect repair, but is actually mostly gaffer tape by this point,
Yeah.
with just a few bits of the original
Well-
material kind of
Well,
holding.
but we can't tell the difference because we don't know
Never
what
seen one.
fashion is. Yeah. For all we know, this is exactly. Well, we'll have seen gaffer tape. We'll go like, oh, I guess.
it's barber
It's an
jacket,
important clothing material.
Yeah.
army boots,
It's an
and
important
obviously
everything
red
material.
cords.
Yeah.
Red cords
Yes, absolutely. What?
for a stalker.
Yes.
Okay. I'm
Please
very
get me-
stealthy in my bright red trousers.
I love the idea as well. Like he doesn't get them muddy, so it's like, come on, we need to crouch down. Oh, I'm not doing that.
good God, no.
No. They'll
All right, dog handler.
Oh yes, I'm excited for this.
There's some face suggestions. Hairless, scarred. It says pastry pale. I think it means pasty.
Okay.
You could be pastry pale.
I'll go. Flake.
Unblinking,
Yeah.
disfigured.
I kind of want to
like
go for
unblinking.
pasty. Well, what's up? Oh, unblinking actually does sound kind of cool with the parasite as well.
But
It's like I'm not going to steal your powers. I'm not. I'm not going to steal your help. Let me just. Can I just?
Fine.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing this because I'm actually freaking myself out. Yeah, I'll go for unblinking, like kind of big, maybe doe-like, but
You've
not
got
really
the-
doe-like.
My
there's your
plan
body
for a
right
dog
there.
handler was Gowron eyes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm adorable. I'm adorable if you just don't make eye contact. But you have to make eye contact.
Just look at the dog.
Just
Yeah,
look at the
because
dog.
I will make
Yeah.
eye contact with you. I'm that person, which is
So are you going for a doll-like body then?
Does that mean he doesn't have any
This big and made of
genitals?
plastic.
yeah. I kind of
You
like
tip her
that.
backwards, it's the only way her eyes shut.
Oh God. Oh, like a doll, right?
That
Okay.
is so wrong.
That is really wrong,
That is
actually.
just wrong in so many ways.
Can we?
You're the wrong uns here because I was literally making a PG joke about dolls. Yeah,
I'll go
perverts.
with. Well, what are the other body types? We'll go
It
through them.
suggests wiry, scrawny, short, or hunched.
I really like wiry.
Yeah, they do.
It's
I want to go with.
post-apocalypse.
I want to go with short, like, but we can say doll-like if you want. But short is what I
It's
mean.
your character.
No, we'll go with short. It feels unnecessary. I'm not actually trying to be adorable because it's the apocalypse. I'm not. It would
How
kind
are
of
you
defeat the purpose.
accessorizing?
What are the options?
Overalls, padded jacket, leather jacket, hoodie, heavy boots.
Oh, I like hoodie. I like the idea that I wear I'm the kid that pops their hoodie up in every scenario. So I'm short and I'm in like a big hoodie, like bigger than me hoodie.
Oh,
Like this is-
oversized hoodie.
yeah, oversized, of course. Of course.
Have you got
So
like
you got
a
like an
pouch in the front
XXL hoodie on
to put
Yeah,
your
a
hands
small
in as
person.
well?
Yeah. I actually do that in real life, so not well, I do. But... yeah, giant hoodie, why not?
Splendid.
I wear other stuff under the hoodie, but like the
Yeah.
hoodie is
We don't know. We
That's your
never see that.
signature item.
You don't even.
Probably
I'm
comes
like,
down to your knees.
I'm like,
See
what?
your hoodie walking around.
Yeah. Well, do you know the wizards, or are they wizards? The mages from the Final Fantasy, like the really early Final Fantasy games, where they're just cloak. You don't even see their hands or their face or their feet. They're just cloak. That's what I am. I'm just like, all you see is the
With
eye.
staring eyes.
Yeah, that's all you see. I'm now. I need to find a picture of that.
So
to show you.
basically, you're Zorko.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. Just so I've got the idea.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, actually, I really
splendid.
like that.
Right,
That's fabulous. Yes.
that's the mutants then. That's our
Wait,
mutants.
Characters.
My God,
So,
how
do
we
you want to
get
give me a
there?
It only
quick
took us,
rundown?
like-
Wow.
Yes, it
No,
took
no,
as
I-
long as
I-
it took.
No,
Tell
no,
us
no.
about your characters.
Go team.
Right. Arden, you
What?
can go first.
Can
Of
I?
course, I want
Give
to.
us a
Too busy being
rundown
in
of
shock
Mornington
that
Crescent.
we got there. Hello, everybody. Yes, my name is Mornington Crescent. Absolutely stand-up chap, stalker for the West, bringing in the food and the whatnot, the bits and pieces and the artifacts, keep the arc running. Don't know what the rest of you do. Don't really want to know. What else do you want to know? Chiseled and handsome and muscular and also slightly barky, but let's
Well,
not talk about that too much.
We could actually. This is interesting because it was in the Discord. We've not really brought it up. I'm sorry if you want to talk about this, Ben, because it is your baby. The 3 factions. We've not really talked about them. Are you wanting to?
Yeah, I was going to do them after we've
Oh, sorry, because I was saying we could maybe talk about where our characters fit in.
I wasn't going to start the game yet. I just wanted to sort of summarize the characters now that you've made them into
okay,
like a neat
sorry.
little package.
All right.
Wow.
So are we completely periphery to that whole setup that's going on? I've not spoiled anything, guys. It's you
Just tell
literally
us
know
about your
nothing.
character now.
I know. No, I want Alden to finish. Sorry, I
Okay.
thought maybe that's something we could do about characters, but it's fine. Apologies. That's a drink. I'm watching you. Take that drink. There we go. Ben's getting into the spirit of it.
Oh, sorry.
I'm out of-
Sorry.
I'm out of drinks. There we go.
I'm going to
Sorry.
need so much more alcohol. There was another one.
Alcohol's too
Oh,
far
God.
away.
Use your
Yes.
that's telekinesis, not telepathy.
I could get someone to bring it for me.
There you go. That's more like it.
It's not working.
I can get my dog to get it, but it's not going to be clean.
Don't worry about your political affiliations or anything. Just
No, I
yet,
didn't mean to bring that
Arden.
up. Sorry, I thought that would be an
It's
interesting.
okay.
No, I know.
It's
I'm
fine.
Trying to kill me.
It's fine.
I know.
It's fine. Yeah. Sorry. Here we go. Right. Yes. I quite like touring Broadway. It makes things go boom. That rotting valley, though, I'm not quite sure what's up with her and that hoodie. Like the dog, though. That's fine. I really hate Sloane Square. She thinks she's all that, but she's not. And I need to protect Perivale. We grew up together, and I owe them. My big dream is to find something worth dying for. Not this hole. Something else.
Gowron eyes. Nye.
Oh, okay. So I don't really have a voice yet. I might have one for next week, but I'm not going to try and do a feminine voice because that's going to hurt people's ears.
Hi.
No, I can't. And that'll hurt me and you guys. So let's I don't know.
You
I'll
have
try
a
and get a
week to
tone.
practice.
Yeah, I'll get a tone down. But
Or a hammer. That'll do it.
That's very. Oh, Jesus.
Tell us about your character now.
I'm Roding. I am a dog tamer, which I don't actually think has a function in the site other than keeping the dogs away. I imagine people don't particularly like me because I'm parasitic and touching me is not good. So I wear this nice big hoodie, and I've got a good friend called Barking. He's great, love him to pieces. My only proper friend is Victoria, but I try not to be like, I pretend like we're not BFFs even though we are, because I'm super aloof and cool, but in reality I just really want human affection of any variety. I want to find a better place than the Ark because it's pretty miserable being ostracized and hated. I like. Oh, actually, the characters. Sorry. Tootin, yeah, he's all right. I've seen him around. He keeps asking about the dog, and I'm just like, yeah, sure. I mean, it's nice that he's not going, stay back, evil parasitic leech creature. So, I like that, Most of the other engineers probably are a bit like that when I'm like, oh, do you need help with this? I'll reach for this tool. No, please. Not a big fan of Morning. I think he's a bit too aloof. I don't even say the full name. That's how much I don't like you. I'm not a big fan of Bank either. I don't really like authority figures. I think that they're kind of the reason why I am ostracized, even if they're not, but they are. So
Okay, and Lewis.
Okay. Tooting Broadway is always around in the Ark. People see a pair of goggles and the leather cap scuttling about, picking up things, going, "Oh, I need that," and running off with it, and then fiddling with things and stopping occasionally to pets barking. Oh, dog.
It's probably why you're not perturbed by me. You're just like, oh, can I have that? Yeah, sure.
It's just, I don't think Tooting Broadway's even noticed that you're in any way parasitic. It's just hasn't seen that. It's, a dog. Yeah. But the dog likes you, so you must be okay. Yeah, also, exactly. I need that little bit over there. Thank you. Run away. And I have a hard relationship with Tooting Beck, my twin, who's always trying to get into trouble fixing social occasions and helping people out with things that they probably shouldn't get into. And I want to look after Elephant and Castle because they like making stuff as much as I do. But I also want to build something massive and complicated and impressive just to prove to them that I'm better at making stuff than they are. Also, I need that little bit just over there.
That box you're sitting on, can I just... Thank you.
Yeah. I imagine Tooting Broadway lives in like an old, rusted out, completely stripped camper van that's just piled with bits that don't do anything as far as anyone can tell.
They might one day.
But they might one day be useful. So I keep them and spend most of the night sleeping on the roof because I can't actually fit inside.
Yeah, the health hazard. The mutant world's equivalent of the the health agency was like, no, even this is unsafe, and we have a leaking radioactive pipe over there.
We're fine with that.
Yeah.
That's
Can't you go
awesome.
and live in the wall?
Okay,
The
so a
wall.
little bit more about the Ark then. You can think about which faction you
Sorry, I
Be with.
ruined
Oh,
the surprise.
Oh, drinking.
Yeah, drinking. I'm excited, unfortunately,
hell.
folks, and I get too eager to talk about stuff. Apologies.
It's okay.
Don't drink, don't drink, don't drink.
I'm not sure that counts.
No, it doesn't. Sorry.
So
There we go. Well played.
Yeah.
So as we said earlier, you live in a castle made out of old shipping containers. Big old fort, ranged in a classic castle shape. It's in what was presumably some kind of dockyard before the end of the world. Your water source is a sort of device that desalinates the water from the lake nearby, although that's broken recently.
no.
And so the gearheads have bodged up this system that collects rainwater using big bits of fabric dripping into containers, but that's barely giving enough water to keep people ticking over day to day. And it's currently springtime, so that's going to be running out as we come into summer, which is a concern.
So we need to
Your
find some
food
sort of
source-
chip.
Your food source to date has been a stock of canned goods that had been closely guarded, but the numbers there too are also dwindling and becoming a little bit desperate. People are talking about making the Ark more self-sufficient. There are 3 factions. Growing up, there was never factions. There was only the Ancient and her teachings, and she would look after you all, treat you all like her children, raised you all. She was a normal human. One of the last, they say. But she's very, very old now and not very well and doesn't come out very often. So over the last couple of years, factions have started to spring up. There are 3 main factions, each of which has a boss. So one of the bosses, Commander Epscamp. Commander Epscamp is fairly ruthless. He's very, very pro-military, has a contingent of soldiers that follow him, or enforcers and stalkers that follow him and do what he wants. And so he's got the sort of strongest presence, not the most popular by a long stretch, but certainly the toughest. People say he's a despot, and they're right. But at the same time, maybe what you need is a despot to get things actually done. He is particularly keen at the minute on reinforcing the defenses of the Ark against anybody who might come and try and steal your stuff, or indeed your Ark. The next faction is under a chap by the name of Metziger. Metziger is a really hard-working man of the people. He's a roll your sleeves up, get dirty kind of guy. Very well liked, very popular, doesn't have much by way of specific followers, but if people were allowed to vote on the quiet, quite often they'll vote the way he goes because they know they can count on him to do the job. His current big thing that he wants to get to work on is some cropland. He wants to start cultivating the land outside of the Ark for use growing food. Very, very keen to dig that up and make some fields. And the third faction is a religious faction, the Church of the Rising, led by Aaron, who's their high priest. Aaron of the Church of the Rising preaches a gospel that a mutant is coming, who will be a shining one, who will lead everybody into a bright and beautiful future, and that all we need to do is wait and pray, and this divine child will appear to the people and lead them into the future. He's very, very keen on developing some pigs, actually. People say he wants them for sacrifice. Whether that's true or not, is yet to be answered, because at the minute he's most concerned with actually having some people go out into the wilderness and get some pigs to then put in a pigsty, so that they've got something that they can start developing this sort of food source from livestock with. So that's the three main factions. At the minute, the Church of the Rising are quite powerful, but don't have sort of any military might. Commander Apscamp, small number of followers, but the ones he has got are the hard nuts. And everybody kind of likes Metzger, but he doesn't really see himself as a leader. He's like, no, it's okay, it's all cool, whatever. But they all sort of speak out and have competing agendas.
Yeah.
So I don't know which one of those three you fancy going for. You don't have to go for the same one at all. You can all be from completely different factions. That's completely fine.
I was just going to say, and I was listening, I was 100% listening, but if you're wanting an image for what I look like a Jawa in like a bright pink hoodie. There we go. That's what I look like. You can't see my feet, you can't really see my hands, and the only thing you can see under the hood are like kind of bright, rather off-putting eyes. There we go. Yeah, I do speak like a normal person.
Comes the window cleaner.
I was just thinking as well, Mornington should have taken Luminescent, and then we'd already have a shining child.
Yeah, I'm the shining child.
Damn it.
How? Could you imagine that? The priest having to explain to his followers, no, guys, it's a metaphor.
A meta what?
A what? Is that like a
five?
Is that like an artifact?
Yes. I think you'll find I'm a meta 10.
Yeah, and all his like followers are going to him. It's like, no, metaphor. Oh God. Oh my. I should have taught them how to I should taught them some basic literacy, not just follow the pigs. The pigs are what we need.
The pigs are the way. Testify.
I'm happy with whatever. Do we all want conflicting viewpoints? It would be interesting, but I don't know if we'd actually. I don't know. I'm up for anything. Who do you guys like the most?
I originally.
Who would you vote for?
Who would I vote for? Well, in character, I would vote for Aaron. He's preaching a sort of pro-mutant, inherit the world kind of thing.
Broadway is probably going to fall under the Metzger camp, just because fixing stuff and getting stuff done is important.
You know what? Just because you guys have done, I'll pick the third one, which would be the Psycho Soldiers, is it not? And I like the idea.
But you had a problem with authority.
Well, I do.
I hope they all have the eyes.
Oh, it's the old, it's the populism thing, isn't it? No, we're sticking it to those in authority.
Well, no. I like the idea that kind of. I'm kind of. It's because no one else likes them, and they just put up with me. So I've kind of ended up in their spheres, just incidental. Or actually, there we go. The only reason I know them on any detail is because they dare to guys, look, apparently she can steal your soul. So I'm just gonna go meh, there we go, ha. And I'm just oh, I guess this is friendship, is it? Well, this sounds like friendship. They thwack me and then they run off. Well, I guess that's friendship. Okay, what do you got? What are you guys selling? And also defense. I probably have a warped view on how to look after. Yes, with big guns. That's how we keep people safe.
Is mutant pig meat the secret ingredient at Garblag's top burgers?
I hope so.
Garblag makes burgers? What? Why am I never invited to these barbecues?
That's the super top tier Patreon level, I believe.
I'm just.
I can confirm this is without a doubt definitely true.
Yeah. So
okay, so there's your camps and your characters and your arc all sorted, and I think that's a good place as any to stop a session 0, and we'll start next week with the plot and the story. You just going out of the arc and go poking around looking for stuff.
Yes,
radioactive elephants.
Radioactive elephants.
I guess it's worth mentioning. Is that the whole? That's the whole. What's the word I'm looking for? That's like the gameplay loop, isn't it? We leave the arc, have an adventure, then come back, kind of thing. And okay.
Yeah. And basically, the way the arc works out, there are maps on
Somewhere.
thingy, Roll20, but I'm not worrying with that now. So I have a little map here,
Oh, cool.
and
I mean, it
my
looks
finger
I like
basically
right
like
here
London now.
is covering up. Sorry, the one that's actually on the map there is covering up the site where the arc actually is.
Okay, right, yeah.
And then what you'll do is you'll explore one square out from there in a normal session.
Yeah.
So
And we'll
if
be
you
done
choose to go
in
north, you go up to there.
2047 episodes. Because
You don't have to explore every single square.
No, every
But
single
yes,
square.
yes, we do.
Yeah.
We
So
absolutely
you basically you
must.
can loop your way out from there to find bigger and bigger areas as we go along.
We finally arrived in Heathrow Terminal 5.
Yeah.
Our plane
This
has
is
been delayed by a couple of millennia.
This
So
is
you're
the
just on time.
legendary West End. That's in
Guys, the
London,
arc is in
right?
Essex. It is, Safino. It is just in
Oh, is it?
Essex. You
Is
are
it?
right.
I have
Yes.
no geography knowledge.
Thurrock, no less.
Oh, I thought it was in London, but that shows that I
Well,
had
it
to go
is.
into.
I
It's
believe
in
there's a
Greater
question
London.
mark over that.
Okay.
Like Glasgow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
In London as well.
on the character sheets, you've got 3 columns for dice pool. When you click on, no, you won't be able to see this bit.
I
because
know.
you
I'll just
put it up. But
roll.
when you click on the stat that you're rolling against, so say for example that Nye wants to roll a shoot roll.
Yeah.
So I click on shoot. It gives me his shooting ability score of 5, skill level of 2, and let's assume a gear bonus of 1 for Safino spoilers. So let's assume a gear bonus of 1 for your thingy.
Slingshot.
Slingshot. And then I tell it to roll the dice.
So I'm rolling what, 8 die, and then I just pick.
What that does is it rolls 3 different colors of dice. So it rolls yellow dice for your stat, it rolls green dice for your skill, and it rolls black dice for your gear. Successes, bloody hell.
I know, that's
Really
ridiculous.
good roll.
That was a good slingshot shot. I just
Yeah.
took down Goliath.
You pretty much would with a shot like that. That gives you little successes. Now, different symbols mean different stuff, but we'll go through that when we actually start rolling.
That might. Okay, I guess we'll have
We're
to
actually
confront
rolling
this
in
now.
game,
You
yeah.
might have to roll for me in game then, because I just have a basic
Have you got 3 different colors of D6s?
No, I only have one D6.
That's all right. We can press the roll for Nye button.
Yeah, I have an app, and unfortunately, it just does black and white. I can't Can I? Well, maybe
It's
I
kind of a
can.
nice. It's a sort of a nice touch that they have.
No, I'm sorry, I can't use it. My computer would turn into a sandwich, though. It would just completely.
What kind of sandwich?
Oh, a terrible sandwich, like.
Oh.
So a roll of a
peanut
6
and
is a
jam
success
sandwich.
on
I don't like
the
them.
dice, and a roll of 1 is a bad thing. If you roll a 1 on gear dice, your stuff breaks and becomes less effective until your friendly neighborhood gearhead is able to fix it. If you screw up horribly on a mutation roll, you can sometimes develop new mutations.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's the only. I
It's
remember reading
good,
that.
except for the fact that as you develop more mutations, you become less human and you start losing your attributes.
Well, thank goodness none of us went for more than one mutation.
Yeah,
I
that
know.
would be
well
a
as
bad idea. I'm actually going to
But-
turn into Rogue at this rate.
Yeah.
The X-Men. Sorry.
That's okay. So that's us. This has been Garblag
Wow.
Games. Thank you for joining us for session 0 of Mutant Year Zero. We will be back next week, and next week we're going to be running a competition in episode 1. We are still finalising exactly what the prize is going to be, but it will be something cool, because it always
Lucky
is.
people.
If you're interested in getting stuck into some competitions between now and then, hop on over to our Discord, whereupon, Mornington Crescent rolled a biohazard dice. That's bad. Anyway, if you're interested in competitions, hop on over to our Discord. We've currently got a map making competition going on over there, and there will be a short writing competition coming up on there shortly. Check
I'm going to
out
attempt and fail.
Patreon, Redbubble, YouTube, Twitch,
Telegraph.
Itch. I've totally got an Itch page now.
Oh, really?
Which has
Wow.
a grand total of one whole game on it.
No, but that's
Yeah.
really cool. I didn't know that. I'm
my-
going to check that out then.
It's a good
My
game
Itch page
too.
now exists with
Thoroughly
the
recommend it.
legendary one-page role-playing game, Goblins Quest for Sausages.
Yeah.
Okay,
I will
cool.
run that
I saw
one.
that on the Discord, but I'll actually legit check that out.
Hopefully I will have a little publication up within the next week as well on Drive Through RPG. I've written an adventure for Zweihander
Yay!
called
I've been hearing
Home
that's
for
gonna
the
be fun
Summer,
to
which
see.
should be available soon through the Garblag page on DTRPG, I hope. However, in the meantime, thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next week. We've been Garblag Games. Thank you and good night.
So long.